Hi, Marty Norris, and I'm coming to you today from Laguna Beach, Florida, and I had to come down here from Atlanta. My husband's family has a family beach house that we've started being responsible for, so I had to come down here for a road trip to take care of some things for the summer season kicks off. And it would be nice if I could making you the video from the beach, but since the tropical depression Alberto is moving through, the sun is not really shining when I've been down here. But today I am going to talk to you about a very important topic, and it has to do, as network marketers, one of the biggest battles that we are going to fight, and one that you're always going to be fighting, is your thinking. And if you can win the battle in your mind, then you will eventually, when you do the consistent activity, you will eventually be successful in your business. And if you are a strong thinker and you are thinking the right thoughts and doing the right action steps, then you will eventually see the success that you desire in your business in the long term. And I recently finished reading another book, and it had to do with, if you change your thinking, you change your life. And it doesn't mean you just start thinking good thoughts. There are various steps that you must follow in order to improve your thinking and then improve your outcomes in life. And if you want to be a critical thinker, there are 4 steps that you need to follow. Now, this doesn't mean critical of others. That means that you are thinking the right things and you're criticizing the right things about whether you're going to make an action step. So if you want to be able to change your thinking, you need to first follow these steps. And the first one to becoming a critical thinker is to stop and think. If you are presented or you think about there's something that you want to do that's different or out of the ordinary, think about what you are, the choice that you are thinking of doing. And don't just jump into it. Look at it and see first. Stop and think. Think, is this something I can really do? What are the odds? Think about all the other options and just think about it before you go and just jump into a situation. In the book, they talked about 2 different situations where life-changing things happen, and in one situation it was successful, where in the other situation it was a disaster because the people involved did not stop and think about what they were doing. They just thought it was a good idea and that it was done out of good, from the good heart reason, and they thought that it would work out, but that was not the case at all. Then the next thing that you need to do in becoming a critical thinker is you need to recognize assumptions. Whatever you're choosing, if it's something related to business or something in charity work or trying to help somebody or whatever you are working on, you have to realize that there are going to be certain assumptions that you have to overcome. They could be related to cultural reasons or just things that relate to the business or whatever you're working in. As network marketers, we know that there are a lot of negative assumptions that you have to always overcome. So you have to be aware that that is something that you are going to have to deal with, and be prepared to deal with it. Don't just think that those negative assumptions are going to go away, so that when people come up and they respond to you or say something negative, you will have already thought it through and realize how you can overcome it and not talk down to them, but be positive and realize that there's always going to be assumptions relating to any type of changing in your thinking. Then the next thing to do is to evaluate the information. If you are going to make a decision that relates to your network marketing business, if it has to do with something that you're doing online or any type of advertising, make sure that you've thought everything through before you go and make this decision. Make sure, more than anything, when you're evaluating information, that you're getting the information from the right source and that you also have the right tools with which to evaluate the information. If you don't have the right tools, then you aren't going to be able to evaluate the information properly. The next thing to do is you have to draw conclusions. This means that you are going to then have the information, have overcome the assumptions, or realize what you're going to come up against, and then be able to draw a conclusion based on the information that you have. And if you have the right information, you're going to come to the right conclusion. Now, this is not always going to be that you're going to have the right conclusion, but the more that you learn to develop critical thinking steps, then you are more often than not going to come to the right conclusion because you have really thought things through. Then after drawing the conclusion, you can do a plan of action because you will have laid everything out and put down the steps. You will have thought everything out in advance. Then when you do your plan of action, you are going to be making the right steps. And even if you do some things wrong, you will be able to adjust course. Hopefully you won't gone off too far, and you will still be able to have a positive outcome. So remember, if you want to be a strong network marketer, you have to change your thinking and learn to develop the right critical thinking steps. And again, this is Marty Norris, and coming to you from Laguna Beach, Florida. And I really hope this is helpful to you in your business. And if you would like to find out more about me, please make sure to click on my link below, martynorris.com, and you can also click on the link below to find out more about my boot camp as well. And I will talk to you soon again. Thank you.